Stay there, do you think?
It will break when we do get some more details on this third arrow. I found it quite interesting. My Japanese colleagues were saying the Japanese media is calling the Olympics the fourth arrow in Abenomics, and we're just wondering where did the third arrow go, right? It hasn't been fired yet. So when details of that come, and if the market thinks it's credible, and complemented by another dose of stimulus from the BOJ plus the Fed, I think we'll get there. But in terms of timing, probably need to wait a while, especially if we want a sustained move.
And do you think once we get there, with all those supports that you talked about there, do you think it can hold it?
Absolutely. I think of especially the Fed angle. I mean, if we still see a yield impact from tapering, for example, if tapering is actually stronger than expected and they go beyond the 10 billion per month that we're looking for right now, then clearly that's just where Japanese money is going to go. But I think for now, the market just wants to see how they're going to apply this consumption tax and what the BOJ is going to do to respond. I mean, once these elements fall in place, I think dollar yen will follow its natural course because, and this is the crucial point, Japanese investors, they'll start believing and send money overseas.
There are those I've spoken to today who said, look, this Olympics win could translate into big gains for the economy. There are others, are contrarian columnists at Breaking Views who say, look, it's psychological and that's it. Where do you stand?
I think the impact of an Olympic Games is just quite marginal.
I want to get your take on sterling and the euro. We're up today for sterling. Clearly, the noises coming out of the UK economy, coming from Osborne, are helping. How long can this go, do you think?
I think it will continue until two things happen. Firstly, either the BOE capitulates and then allows sterling to run its course, but of course sterling will take its cue from what happens in rates markets. So then we can actually see a move higher before people think, okay, valuations are done, and then it reverses. The other part of it actually is going to be a bit more interesting. If actually the BOE decides they're going to start taking markets on, they want to preempt any further gains in sterling because it's going to be a tightening in the economy that they do not welcome, then it might get interesting.
And the labour market report on Wednesday, of course, is going to be key. Could if it's strong, I guess it could underpin it more. Where's cable at the end of the year?
Well, cable at the end of the year, we see it lower, heading towards 150, if not lower, especially if we just go beyond and the BOE really starts to react.
All right. Let's get a word on the euro as well. The Centix has been good. That seems to have provided some support. Of course, we've got all this Berlusconi noise happening in the background and worries over Italy. I guess the same question, which camp are you in? Is this going to be contained in Italy, this Berlusconi noise, or is it going to spread?
I think Italy is going to be contained. It's the German political noise that's going to matter at the end of the